If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Welcome to the Dynasty Dugout Show, a podcast covering all things minor league baseball. Get a front row seat to the action with everything you need to know about the future stars of Major League Baseball. And now, here's your host, Chris Clegg.
What is up, folks? Welcome into the show. We made it. It's Friday, June the 20th. We're going to talk some baseball. I apologize for no episode yesterday. Just got caught up with some things in life and wasn't able to record, but glad to be back today talking minor league baseball. My favorite thing in the world to do. Tonight, I'm looking forward to some live looks, seeing Cleveland Guardians affiliate Lynchburg. They got some fun players on that team, and see Braylon Doty pitch, so that will be a lot of fun. And Raven Antonio of the Braves, no slouch himself. That'll be a fun look that I'm really looking forward to seeing. I'll bring you all those updates tomorrow, but tonight we got to talk about some baseball. First, the show's brought to you by Connect Roasters Coffee, Ian Happ's Coffee Company. They just had an awesome meet and greet with Ian Happ. So if you're in the Chicago area, dude, go check out Connect Roasters. You might have a chance to meet Ian Happ, which is really cool, and drink some awesome coffee. I just finished mine in my girly mom cup. My other mugs weren't clean, so used my wife's mug, and it was good. Delicious. The Gold Glove Blend, you can get buy one, going 50% off at connectroasters.com using the code Dynasty Dugout. Also, we're proud to partner with Chinook Seedery, the best seeds in the game. Got some over here I was just munching on earlier. You can see I've got some lemon pepper that I was chewing on, some cinnamon toast, and some dill pickle. Crazy, all kind of different flavors. Really good. Go check those out. ChinookSeedery.com. Get 10% off your order using the code Dynasty Dugout today. Let's dive in on the show. A lot to talk about from yesterday. A lot of good performances that stood out. And let's start with none other than Joshua Baez. This dude's breaking out in a big way. St. Louis Cardinals prospect. He hit 2 home runs yesterday in an awesome showing. His home runs left the bat at 111 and 112 exit velocities. And the power's off the charts here. This is not a new thing. Like, Baez has put up elite exit velocities since like complex ball back in the day. He was a former second-round pick. So there was some pedigree, $2.25 million bonus. So this is no slouch. He has some pedigree. He's 21 years old. He's in AA. But contact has always held Baez back. Now, he's improved the strikeout rate. It's dropped from 35.5% down to 23.7%. The approach is cleaned up. He's walking much more. He's chasing like at a 20% clip this year, which is awesome. And the power is there. You see, I mean, you put up exit velocities like that. Baez has been up to like 115 this year. So big time power in the profile for sure. 10 home runs. He actually has 6 in AA since joining the team. And that's just in 18 games, 61 plate appearances, which is awesome. So really good to see Baez mashing, hitting home runs. Like, is this dude legit? I think he is legit. Now, the contact rates are still like average, but it's okay. Like, I think that it's going to play and be fine. You look at the cleaned up approach, swinging less often, chasing less often, making more contact. It's just completely different Josh Baez. And he's a good athlete too. Like, he probably does tick down with time. He's 6'3", 220. He's stealing bases. He's a pretty good athlete for the size, but I do expect the steals to tick back over time for Baez. And maybe he's not stealing bases at the rate like we're seeing now. I mean, this year it's 25 stolen bases and 28 attempts, which is crazy. I don't expect that to continue, for being honest, but still, Joshua Baez is a really good player. So definitely a name to know in the Cardinals system. He's pushing like way up rankings, and I think you should be in on this name. So Joshua Baez, definitely a name to know. If you hadn't gotten him already, it's not too late, I don't think. Get in on him. I think you'll prosper. Batted ball angles are good. Baez can do damage to the pull side, and the exit velocities are really, really good. It's plus power. I think game power, it's maybe 70 raw, given the exit velocities. I don't know. Joshua Baez might be a true breakout here. Let's talk some other standout hitters yesterday. What about Hector Rodriguez of the Cincinnati Reds? Another 21-year-old. He's in Double-A, and he's doing some serious damage this year. He's up to, after 2 home runs yesterday, up to 9 in his 257 plate appearances this year. Last year, Hector Rodriguez hit 12 in 541. Now, it is worth noting that he is in a more hitter-friendly environment in Chattanooga right now. Doesn't matter. I think that you see what Hector Rodriguez is doing, and you say, okay, like this kid is really doing some impressive things. The most notable thing is the chase rate. Now, Rodriguez, he's been one of the worst approaches in baseball for the last several years. 2023, it was like a 50% chase rate. Last year was a 45% chase rate. And now all of a sudden, like it's dropped substantially this year. Like it's just like 30%. I don't know how he's done this, but it's working. So you look at Hector Rodriguez and you say, all of a sudden, it looks sustainable. He made contact on everything, even pitches out of the zone last year. He's consistently run contact rates around 80% with really high-end in-zone contact rates. And now Hector's like, okay, I'm cleaning up the approach. I'm not swinging as often on pitches out of the zone. So it's hard to do damage on pitches out of the zone. So naturally, the pitches Hector Rodriguez is making contact on, he's doing more damage on. So that's been a major encouragement for Hector. And the damage is there. We've seen a very impressive year so far from him. He's slashing 299, 362, 481, 9 homers, 11 doubles, and 2 triples. That stands out in a big way. And the crazy thing is he's got 23 walks to 33 strikeouts. That's not the player that we've known. Last year, in over double the game so far, Hector walked just 26 times. So he's almost eclipsed that walk rate, or the total walks, in half the games. So that's wild to see. As I mentioned, always good contact, always impressive bat to ball. But now being more selective, choosing the pitches that he wants to hit. Hector is balling out. And the exit velocities are like average. They're not going to stand out. But when you make the kind of contact he does, when you backspin the ball like Hector Rodriguez does, he's going to do some damage. Now, Hector does put the ball on the ground a little bit too much. He does pull the ball a lot. So when he is pulling the ball, I want to pull up his air pull rate because I do think that that's pretty notable. Let's see where the air pull rate is, because for Hector, that's important. When you get the ball in the air and you pull it, that's what we want to see. So Hector Rodriguez pulled fly ball rate of, just had it, where'd it go? So he's pulling 40% of his fly balls, which is notable. And when you hit the ball on the ground at like a 47% clip, you have to be able to pull the ball in the air. So I think that's pretty good. It's a little bit lower fly ball rate than we'd like to see, but he is pulling fly balls when he does get in the air. So that makes sense. So Hector Rodriguez definitely creeping up. I mean, improved approach, elite contact skills. I don't say elite, but like above average contact, maybe plus contact, and, you know, some decent batted balls. I think he's going to play. Hector Rodriguez is a fun prospect for sure that you definitely need to know. Man, Jhonny Level not getting the complex hype that he deserves. So Jhonny Level should. 2 homers yesterday. Now, this is notable because Level ultimately hit some balls pretty hard yesterday. He had a 112-mile-an-hour homer that was a scorched line drive. So when you hit a ball 112 and you just turned 18 in your smaller frame, okay, like that's some pretty good juice there in the bat. And he was a scorched line drive that left the yard. He also had a 106-mile-an-hour home run as well. And it was a slow start. Like, I won't say it's a slow start, but it was a slow power start. Like, Level did not hit his first home run until May 24th. So just a month ago. And all of a sudden, he's up to 7. He's got 9 stolen bases. He's walked nearly as often as he struck out. He's got just some pretty impressive profile. And this is not new. Like, Level was good last year in the DSL. His data was really good and it stood out. And now, like, you're seeing, it's impressive contact skills. Level does not swing and miss often. Like, that's pretty important. And when you show me a 112 and you're 18 years old and you turned 18 at the end of March, like just before the season started, then I'm pretty impressed. You know, he's not going to light up the exit velocity leaderboard, but there's some EVs in there for sure. And ultimately, he's an all fields approach right now. He needs to get to the pool side more often to get to power. And yes, the ball does fly in Arizona, so we want to kind of take it with a grain of salt. But impressive contact, solid approach. Like, Jhonny Level is kind of a do-it-all type guy. Switch hitter, I think he could really pop off. Like, I love Tyson Lewis. I've hyped Tyson Lewis to no end, but you can get Level at a fraction of the cost and get a really good prospect, in my opinion. So not enough people are talking about what Jhonny Level is doing. Lazaro Montes, everybody's just yelling, why is he not in AA? Why is he not in AA? I get it. 2 more homers yesterday, up to 17 already on the year. It's impressive juice for sure, like really good exit velocities. You like to see that. The contact skills are still an issue, guys. I mean, honestly, like, you might see some struggles from Montes when he goes to AA. Right now, he's feasting on like not so good pitching in the Northwest League in high A. And I get it. Like, it's a fun profile. You look and he's like, yeah, this guy's put up really good slash, 266, 384, 566. But the overall contact rate's around 66%. There's some swing and miss in the zone. I mean, yeah, Montes is great. He's a fun power hitter. And maybe he just needs to float around average for contact. Like, he's below average contact right now, but if he can float, and it may work with below average contact, we'll see. But I really do wonder if we see the contact rates completely tank in AA. I mean, we've seen it happen with Spencer Jones. We've seen it happen with Xavier Isaac. And I'm afraid that it could happen with Lazaro Montes as well. I'm not saying he's going to fall off the map, but I do think there could be some struggles for sure against better pitching. And he's going to face better pitching in the Texas League. He's still going to hit homers. He's going to get mistake pitches, and the ball's going to fly because the EVs are good. He's been up to 115 this year. It's like a 107 90th EV, which is really good. So that's good upper end power. We just need to see more contact from Lazaro Montes. Good prospect. I don't think he's elite. Some people are ready to deem him an elite prospect, and I'm not quite there. So we shall see. Let's take a quick break. Let's come back and talk a pair of Yankees pitching prospects that really stood out. Those guys really popped off yesterday at a couple levels, and several others as well. And we will get out of here as you will resume your minor league day on Friday, because there's a lot of good baseball to be had this weekend. But take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, we have to talk about Carlos Lagrange. I mean, he's been exceptional this year. I know the surface numbers aren't like, wow, he bumped to AA, he struggled his first 2 starts, and then last night happened. 5 1/3, 3 hits, 1 earned, 2 walks, 12 strikeouts for Lagrange. It was just a nasty performance in which he generated 20 whiffs. He was a day best across all levels yesterday. Lagrange is nasty. I wrote all about his pitch level data. Go check that out. But, you know, his fastball is 97, 98. He's touching triple digits regularly. High release because Lagrange is 6'7". So he's a big guy. He releases pretty high, but he creates good ride and run. It's like 17 inches of IVB, like 13 inches of run. And it's a tough pitch for hitters with the velocity. Now, the slider is interesting. When I've seen Lagrange, I've seen him like 3 times live at this point. But in the AFL and then to spring training, was a big jump. Like, the slider was like upper 80s. But you look at like the velocity now, and the slider is like, he's throwing 2 variations. Like a mid 80s, like harder slider with like less sweep. And then he's throwing the sweeper, which is like 81 with like 13 inches of sweep, which is a hard look. He throws a changeup as well with some pretty good fading action on it. So Carlos Lagrange is a dude. I mean, you look and, yeah, it's pretty impressive what he's done. I know the surface stats don't pop, but Carlos Lagrange pitch data pops, and certainly you see a start like that, and you're like, yeah, that's really good stuff. So Carlos Lagrange is a name to know, as is his teammate, who's in AAA now, Cam Schlittler, who we've talked a lot about. That's Schlittler, Cam Schlittler, who's probably on the verge of making his MLB debut at this point. He bumped to AAA. He's made 3 AAA starts, if I'm not mistaken, and he's been really good in each of them. Technically, last night was his worst AAA start. He allowed 2 earned in 5 innings, but he walked 1. He struck out 9. He had 19 whiffs on the start. Fastball velocity was way up last night, which is crazy. He's set like 95, topped at 99, but last night the fastball set at 99, or not 99, 97, and topped at 99. Crazy stuff from Cam Schlittler. It's a really low release. It's a funky release point. So, like, when you look at the release characteristics, it's like, okay, like, this dude really good, and the traits on it are solid. So Schlittler to me looks like an arm that could really take a step forward, where I think he's going to be a good major league starter. You know, it's 16, 17 inches of IVB. He pounds the zone. He locates it well up in the zone. The slider is really good, 11 inches of sweep. It's a strong horizontal approach angle. I think the fastball slider combo are plus, but that curveball is too plain. Good offering, upper 80s cutter as well. He did the changeup like once. I want to see the changeup incorporated more. I do think he needs something to go that direction against left-handed hitters as a platoon neutralizer. But yeah, I mean, it should be soon that we see Cam Schlittler. He's Rule 5 eligible this offseason. Just put him on the 40-man and put him in that rotation. Like, he's good. I think he gets starts. He could pitch out of the pen and be electric, but it's a matter of time before we see Cam Schlittler in that Yankees rotation. What about a prospect you might not have heard of, and that's Riley Cornelio. That's Cornelio. Sorry, Cornei. Let's try this for a third time. Corn, Elio, Riley Cornelio. He was a 2022 7th rounder out of TCU. I mean, to put it nicely, like, he wasn't very good in 2023 or 2024. He did throw a lot of innings last season. I think threw 124. But this year, fastball's ticked up. Like, he's sitting like 95, 96 now after previously topping at 95. He's creating more running life on the fastball. It's a good slider, and it's kind of a 2-pitch mix. So the other benefit is throwing more strikes, walk rates down. This is a Washington Nationals prospect, and yes, he's 25 in AA, but there is something here. It's maybe more of a depth starter type, but Riley Cornelio, it's pretty interesting, guys. The tick up is notable. The stuff is good. And could he play with 2 pitches? Maybe. You don't want to throw him in the bullpen because this is a guy that's good at eating innings. Like, he went 7 last night, punched out 8. He's already thrown 72 innings this year, which is really impressive. Like, he may wind up throwing some higher innings totals in the minors. And you don't want to just disregard this guy and say, hey, you're in the bullpen. So Riley Cornelio is somebody to watch and keep an eye on, I'd say, because he could really benefit from continuing to develop as a starter. And I think that that's what the Nationals are going to do. So watch out here. This is a really, really good arm. And man, again, why is Joe Boyle not in the majors? Okay, he did allow 3 earned last night. He allowed 2 homers, 5 hits. He struck out 8 batters. He generated a ton of whiffs. Joe Boyle has just been absolutely dominant. It's an upper 90s fastball. It's a really good slider. He's got a nasty pitch mix, and we know that the stuff's there. He's got a curve. The command has gotten better. People wrote him off, and I did too, because he had a 17.7% walk rate last year. I was like, even the Rays can't fix this guy. Well, the walk rate's down to 11%. Joe Boyle has struck out 39% of batters. And you look, and the strike rate is up pretty notably. So I think that it's somebody that we really need to pay attention to. Like, I don't know, guys. Joe Boyle just might be a dude. And honestly, like, you look at those walk rates, and in AAA, it's 10%. I was quoting the major league walk rate. 10% in AAA, 33% K rate in AAA. I think that's pretty notable when you look at the whole profile. You look at the strike rate for the year, like he's pounding the zone, which is not like him. 63.4% strike rate. That's pretty notable considering last year in AAA, that number was much lower. Guys, I don't know what we need to do to the Rays, but let's get whatever we can to get Joe Boyle in the majors. He needs to be there. He's too good not to be. So Joe Boyle, Tampa Bay Rays, you need to know that name. So that's going to do it. Thanks for tuning in today. I'll be back with some live looks for some good pitchers for you tomorrow. But until then, hope you take care and have a great weekend.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.